All right, I'm back again. It's Corey H with NES Mafia, Corey Retro 77 on Instagram. Yesterday, I did a video of all the sealed VHSs that I found this week. Today, I'm going to be doing a video with all the non-sealed. I do that. I've been doing that a lot. I've noticed the non-sealed or the opened VHS tapes that I found this week. I'm going to start with one that I wouldn't say I made a mistake, because how can you make a mistake on a 99-cent item? But I bought this Dallas, which is, if you're my age, you grew up with this show, your parents watched this show, everybody watched this show. I think at one time the episode Who Shot JR was probably the most watched TV show like ever, like literally ever. I don't know if it still is or not. It's possible. Definitely by I was going to do it again, a soap opera. A primetime soap opera. I don't even think they have primetime soap operas anymore. I don't know. But anyways, I scanned this when I was at the store. I saw one that had sold for 20 bucks. And then once I got home, I realized it was a lot of 4 that had sold for 20 bucks. And I think it might have even been sealed. They might have even been sealed. So not worth much, but people still love this. It's still highly collectible. So I'll probably just hang on to it for now. And if I come across some more Dallas stuff, I'll pick them up. 99 cents, you can't beat it. All this stuff I got today, or all this week, were 99 cents. This is actually pretty cool. It's the X-Men Creator's Choice, Enter Magneto and Deadly Reunions. This is just really cool. I don't think it's worth much, but it is super cool looking. Look at this thing. The colors, everything, it looks pretty rad. Pretty rad looking. Can't pass that up. Mo Better Blues with Denzel and Spike Lee. I always, whenever I see a VHS or anything really, but in particular VHS tape that looks like it is from the 90s, like this does right here. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. And this looks straight up 90s. I will look it up no matter what it is, because so far it's done me pretty good, especially with VHS tapes. Jim and I found this one tape. It was from like 91. It was like a PBS show. Got it for like, I think 49 cents or something. We sold it for 25 bucks. So it looked straight up 90s. That's the only reason I scanned it. So if you see something that looks 90s, early 90s, scan it. Of course, Pokemon, I don't think it's worth much, but it's Primate Problems. I don't think it's worth much, but it's 99 cents. People love Pokemon, so you see it, you got to pick it up. Now this film right here, I hadn't seen this film. I still haven't seen this film all the way, but I've heard about this film my whole life. So I tried watching it a few months ago. It was so slow at the beginning, I just had to cut it off. I thought I would actually like this, but Grizzly Adams, The Life and Times of Grizzly Adams, with my man Dan Haggerty. If you're my age, you grew up hearing about this film and Grizzly Adams and all that good stuff. I scanned this one. This one was like, they had some comps on here, 15, 20 bucks, man. It's pretty crazy. But again, it looked 80s. It's obviously 80s, but I mean, if it has a certain look, I just scan it, man, because I'm like, you just never know. I got some horror films. I'm going to get to those in a second. I got these 2 tapes. I don't know what they're worth because I cannot find any comps. Similar items have gone for like 10 bucks. These are 99 cents a piece, so I picked them up. This one is sealed. You can't go wrong with NFL films. The seal isn't all that great. It's kind of yellowed and it's kind of got a couple tears in it, like right, I think you can see that right there. But it's from Super Bowl. Looks like 15. Is that 15? I think that's 15, I think. So I think it's from 81. It's the Raiders and the Eagles. So I figured, what the heck, I can try it. I'll try my luck on that. I don't know. I have no idea what it's worth. I also found this NFL Films tape, Dallas Cowboys, Like a Mighty River. This is not sealed. The case is kind of jacked up, but like I said, NFL Films, any of this stuff, it's got to be worth something. Somebody's got to want this stuff, because this is they don't even do NFL Films anymore. This is from 81 also. So maybe this is 1980 highlights. Maybe that's from 1980 also, because that said 81 on it too. So obviously, I guess it's probably from 80 also. But it's cool. Either way, even if it's worth nothing, these are really cool to have in a collection. Dallas Cowboys 12-4 that year. Anyways, pretty cool. I like it. I ain't gonna pass up any NFL stuff from that era. All right, so I got a few horror films. Let's see. Yes, the rest of these are horror films except for one. So I'll save the other one that's not a, well, you could argue it's a horror film, but we'll see. I'm gonna leave it for last. If I see any 80s horror films, I just pretty much get them. 80s, early 90s horror films, especially B movies. I love B movies. A lot of those films from back then, especially the more rare ones, are worth a little bit. I was talking to the guy when I was checking out. He said he had a copy of The Stuff in, and if you don't know what that is, it's just a 80s B movie horror film. And he said it went for $40. I asked him how long it had sat on the shelf. He said about a week, and I was like, wow, that's pretty fast, in my opinion, for a $40 tape. But anyways, so that's the kind of stuff you're looking at with horror films. But anyways, so this first one, I think this is from the 90s. This is a Wes Craven film. I'm going to try to go off the... Okay, this is from 1987, Deadly Friend. I've never even heard of this film, but I think that's Christy Swanson. Yes, this is Christy Swanson on the cover right there. I've never even heard of this film. But with anything else, I always check to make sure it's got the right tape, because I saw a tape I was going to get, and then it didn't have this label on it, so I didn't get it. Sometimes it doesn't have the correct, tape in it. Just like with, you're looking at video games. You go in there, you always got to check the inside to make sure the game's in it, to make sure it's the right game, just make sure it's not scratched up. But same thing with this stuff, man. Just be checking. You just got to check it. Hell Night. I mean, that's Linda Blair from The Exorcist. So that's pretty cool, huh? This is 1988. I would have guessed before that, but actually, the VHS is 88. The movie is 1982, so that makes more sense. Okay, Hell Night, pretty cool. Dial Help, 1988. See, all these are like late 80s. Charlotte Lewis, not sure who that is, but she needed to dial for help. I'm sure she didn't get it. Howling 2. That's pretty cool. This is, what year is this? Looks like 1984. But see, that's the thing here. This might actually be, because it's actually an HBO video. Torture, death, and destruction reign supreme in the castle of werewolves. So that's my thing I'm in the middle of learning right now, is how to tell if it's a first print or not. I have no idea. I guess part of it's going to be just knowing that movie in particular, and part of it's just going to be knowing what to look for. This I have no idea. With VHS tapes, I have no idea. This could be a first print, but I'm not for sure. I know in some movies, like I was saying in the sealed ones, it'll say like Millennium copy. Obviously, that's not going to be a original first run. Fatal Instinct. This is, I'm pretty sure, 90s, 1992. Yep, 1992. It's got Sharon Stone. I think that's Michael Madsen on the cover right there. Pretty sure that's Michael Madsen. Sharon Stone. On the back, there's some interesting scenes. That's your typical 90s scene. And this is this probably is one of my favorite covers for sure. So reform schoolgirls. Okay, check it out. Check out the hair. I'm sure I should know who that is. This girl, is that like? Let me see. Is that like Cindy O? Wendy O. Wendy O. Yep, I knew who that was. Wendy O. Williams. Yeah, she was like. Yeah, she was like a. I don't know. Was she like the female version of what's his name that like cut himself on stage and all that crazy? I can't even think of his name right now. Anyways, think she was kind of crazy. I think she was like beat a car to death and shit like that. I don't know, but I think she was kind of crazy. Yeah, she died too. Gigi Allen's who I'm thinking of. Thank you for. I'm sure as I was saying that, you were saying that into the camera, into the video, and that's how I got that. Thank you for that. So anyways, this tape right here, this is just amazing looking tape. This is just straight up 80s looking. That logo's 80s looking. This cover is 80s looking. The back's 80s looking. Everything about this is 80s. Sorry, I bumped that. All right, now this is not going to be in my personal collection. I'm going to give this one to my man Jim. So hopefully he's already gotten it before he sees this. I don't know, because it's going to be a surprise. But I would have picked this up anyways. But my man Jim is NES Mafia Jim. Follow him on Instagram. He's the other half of NES Mafia. He used to work at Blockbuster. He's a big Blockbuster fan. Anytime he sees a game or something with a Blockbuster sticker on it, he wants to buy it. I mean, not every time. It's got to be in good condition or whatever. But anyways, so I came across this. Like I said, I would have bought it anyways for myself. But since it says Blockbuster on the back, bam! Look at that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Secret of the Ooze. Cowabunga, bro. That's pretty cool. It's the new Turtle movie. That's so 90s, man. I think it was, 1991. I think the first one came out in, I want to say 90. But look, the date on this, 2007. Were people really renting this in 2007? I don't know about that. Now you're like, yeah, why wouldn't they have been? Because, it's like nostalgia and it's old and whatever. But I think, 15 years ago, people were kind of like, that's kind of dumb. Because, I don't know, was Corey Haim in this movie too? I know he was I think he was in the first one. He played, I guess he voiced him. I don't think he was actually in the costumes. Not Corey Haim, Corey Feldman. Sorry, Corey Feldman. Anyways, that's what I got. I got some cool stuff. This is pretty awesome stuff. Most of these tapes will end up being on eBay. So if you see these tapes, you're interested, tell you what, just message me on here. This is actually probably going to go on YouTube also, because right now I'm at 12 and a half minutes. So message me on Instagram at CoreyRetro77. That's Corey with a K. Or just hit up on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube, whatever. And if any of these tapes, because I know if you're a horror fan, these tapes might interest you. So hit me up, let me know. We'll work something out, man. We'll have to go through eBay. But yeah, that's the same thing with anything. If you see anything that NES Mafia, Jim, or I are selling, just hit us up through Instagram, and we'll work something out with you guys. So anyways, man, follow NES Mafia 1985 on Instagram, Corey Retro77, and NES Mafia Jim. We're always posting new stuff all the time. We're trying to do all new videos. At some point, I'd like to, up my game, up my video game. I guess that's a pun. That was not meant to be a pun, but because right now I'm just using my phone for a camera. I'd like, and this little lapel mic. I'm just doing okay. But you watch all these other videos and they're all like, "Ooh, that looks nice," and they got like cool stuff going on. So hopefully, one day I'll make it to that. But for right now, this is okay. But anyways, man, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.